Hello citizens, and welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at one of Star Citizen's best weapons, the Railgun. It was buffed in a previous patch, and now it's pretty much the king of anti-air ground gameplay. So if you want to have some fun popping fighters who get too low to the ground, you need to know where you can go to get this weapon. You can farm several of these railguns per hour, you can do it safely and solo. The first thing you're going to need to do is be in Pyro. From there, use your Mobiglass map, search for Lazarus Transport Hub. Pick any of the sites, they are all identical. Once you travel to the site, take a look at the area. If you see other players, simply go to a different site. This is just the transport hub, and it is full of NPCs. Fortunately, you do not need to fight any of them. Instead, you can hover your ship over where the shuttle lands. Wait for the shuttle to approach, and then jump out of your ship, land on the pad, and run into the shuttle immediately to avoid having to kill all of these NPCs. I know it may seem a little weird to skip all of these NPCs, but they really don't provide anything, and this area is tuned for a group, and you're just going to waste a ton of time fighting all the way through. However, if you want to, you definitely can. Alright, now you're going to have a long shuttle ride, and eventually you're going to arrive at the platform in the complex. Do not make any noise, and instead follow the path you see on the screen to the nearest on-site medical facility. This will allow for you to respawn when you're inevitably killed, and it will also allow you to transport back to the planet so that you can continue to farm these railguns. Once you have your respawn set, head back to the area below where the shuttle dropped you off at. This will be where you will start to have to fight. This building is full of dozens of NPCs who are armed to the teeth. Once you make some noise, eventually they will call for help and you will get rushed by a lot of these attackers. So slowly follow the path you see on the screen. If you die, don't worry about it. It's not a big deal. You're simply just going to respawn and keep coming back. You are essentially fighting into this central armory. Eventually, you'll defeat all the enemies, and then you can access this computer. On the computer, in one of the emails, you will find the code for the security door. You will go around the corner, and you will enter the security code into the door, and it will open, and now you have access to the heavy weapon room. Once inside, you will see a table that has a railgun and a missile launcher. A player can only carry one of these at a time in their heavy weapon slot, and these weapons cannot fit in your backpack. Be careful when you pick up the weapon, as often you will drop one of your other weapons on the ground, so you will want to retrieve that. There are many other chests in this room that you can loot that have ammo and other attachments, including a low-light 8x scope for your medium-range sniper rifle. Once you're done, you're going to want to exit to the menu. If you've been out of combat for a few minutes, this should end up transporting you back to Starlight Service Station. Before re-entering into the game, make sure you choose a different region so that you spawn on a fresh server, which hopefully hasn't already been looted. Once you're back in the station, make sure to store the valuables that you looted, including your new railgun. Now for the best part of this weapon farming guide, all you need to do is simply backspace your character, and guess what? You will now spawn right back in that Lazarus facility, except you're on a new server which hopefully hasn't been looted, and now you can repeat the process over and over until you have as many railguns as you need. I hope you found this guide helpful. Let me know in the comments what you think about Star Citizen's Railgun. Personally, I think it's the great equalizer for ground versus air gameplay. Please remember to like and subscribe, it helps the channel out. Thanks for watching.